Good afternoon, MCHS families. It's Mr. Oliver. I'm doing a video for you today on this Tuesday, September 8th, to address multiple questions I've seen on the Facebook page. This may be the most requested video I've ever done. And this video is going to be a video that explains to you what a day of remote learning will look like for your child when school begins on Thursday. I'm going to walk you through a representative student schedule and kind of talk to you about how the day goes. I'm going to show you a couple of things about how they will be interacting with their teachers. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be a lot more clear about how things are going to work. So first things first, what you have in front of you is a copy of a schedule of a child that goes to the high school. I do not have anybody's name on this, and I assure you that it's nobody I'm related to. Maybe. So this schedule would show you a typical student schedule. As you can see across the top, you can see our layout for the week. We have a remote Monday, then an A day on Tuesday, a B day on Wednesday, an A day on Thursday, a B day on Friday. And then the student's schedule is laid into this grid. Now, there's a problem with this grid that I need to tell you about immediately, which is these times printed on the schedule are not correct. We tried to fix them. We can't, there's in School Tool, they don't make anything easy sometimes, so we haven't been able to get these altered over. So what I'm going to do right now is scroll this page down and show you the right times. Now, I am going to stop the page for a moment to give anybody that is so inclined a chance to go fetch their cell phone or dig it out of your pocket and take a picture of those times so you and your family know what the proper times are for school once we begin on this Thursday. Obviously, we're trying to fix the issue in School Tool so we can reprint schedules with the right times on them. But until then, this will do just fine. So, like I said, now's a good time to take out that cell phone and click a picture of the schedule. All right, now if we slide back up, and forgive me, I may slide back and forth a little bit between these two things. We're going to look at the student schedule starting on Thursday. And we're going to pretend that this Thursday is Thursday the 10th, which is Thursday this week. What this child is going to do is they're going to get up way earlier than they want to, by the way, that day. And they're going to be ready to go to class at 7:40 a.m. At 7:40 a.m., this student is going to go find their English teacher's Google Classroom. They're going to hop into the Google Classroom. They're going to find the Google Meet link at the top of the page, and then they're going to go into that Google Classroom to have class. To every parent, all you just heard was a bunch of gobbledygook, and you have no idea what I just said. The students do a little bit, but you probably don't. So let me show you. This is my Google Classroom with the staff. I use this to put information out. I do many of the same things in here that teachers do in their classrooms, although I don't necessarily give the staff homework all that often, but you can do that in here too. And what you'll see when you log into any particular classroom is they all look the same. They're all laid out the same. The picture might be different, but everything else is the same. There'll be a name of the class, so it'll be like, Mr. Smith's Global Studies class. This thing beneath it is just the link to the classroom if the teacher needs to share it out with anything. And then right below that, this thing that highlighted when I hovered over it is the Google Meet link for the class. This will be a live meeting, and all the student has to do is click on that link, and it will take them into the Google Classroom with their teacher where they can now interact live remotely with their teacher. So if you've ever wanted to know where is my kid's class, that's where your kid's class is. It's in the Google Meet. This will be the vast majority of our classes. There may be one or two classes that operate a little bit differently than this, but for the most part, this is how we go, and any teacher that's doing anything differently will be contacting the students directly. So that's where your kids are meeting for their classes. So if I go back over to this document, you'll see that this child will go to their English class from 7:40 to 8:25, and that time is actually right for first period. It changes after that because we extended the passing time. After that, they would go to their PE class. So PE is the one class And before I even talk about PE, I'm going to explain two words to you. In this remote learning world, you're going to hear the words synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. I've probably used them before because I forget that I speak fluent education jargon, and sometimes I forget to slow down and explain it to people that don't speak fluent education jargon. Synchronous learning is nothing more than live. When a kid is in a synchronous class, they're live with the teacher doing live learning. When a kid is in an asynchronous class, they are not live with the teacher. There's learning there for them to do, but the kid can do it in their own time, in their own space. The teacher's not there with them. So the reason I bring that up now is when we go into second period, this may be the only class that this kid has that is asynchronous. When they go into their PE class at, it won't be 8:29, I believe it's 8:31. Yes. When they go into their PE class at 8:31, there's going to be some work posted there. Perhaps they'll be meeting with the teacher, taking attendance and talking about something, but it's equally possible there could just be something posted there for them to do. So that's what PE class could look like. So I just wanted to explain that. Then after PE ends, the student would then go to their third period class, which is a physics class. Their third period class would start at 9:17. All they would do then is go to their physics teacher's Google Classroom. They would hop on the Meet link in their physics teacher's Google Classroom, and they would go about their Google class. So that really is, for the most part, how instruction is going to work. They're going to move throughout the day just like they would if they were live at school. And the only difference is they're not moving from class to class in the real world. They're moving from class to class in the virtual world. The difference this year is they're interacting with their teacher and they're doing face-to-face instruction, even though it's face-to-face over a computer. Should be much more interactive, much more engaging, and hopefully a little less tedious, for lack of a better word, than some of remote instruction was last year. So the next thing I wanted to bring up, this student's fourth period class is a study hall. Study halls are not a class that a student who is going to school remotely has to check into. If a student has a study hall on their schedule, they're free to take that as a 40-minute break, go check in on their little brother or sister who might need a hand with something, fix themselves a snack, do whatever they want to do. So a study hall is a break. They do not have to check into the study hall. They don't have to have attendance for the study hall. The same is also true of lunch in their schedule. There's nothing they have to do for lunch. They don't have to check in. It's just time to go out in the kitchen, fix yourself a sandwich, and take a break for a while. So that's how the schedule works. And then the only other thing I wanted to say is you can see across the schedule, Thursday and Friday are kind of the same day. They actually have PE 2 days in a row. And then this student will have a weekend where they'll relax after 2 days, and then they'll come back on Monday. Monday, I'm going to use that word asynchronous again. Monday is completely not live. Teachers, the kids will have to go to all their classes. They'll have to check into all their classes, but the teacher will not be live. The students will be taking care of work that the teachers have posted. They'll have to get that material done, and the teachers will be taking attendance on them based whether they're doing their work or not. So that's the digital Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday is just the same as Thursday, Friday. The only thing you'll see is this is how we take care of every other day classes in our schedule. You have the lab opposite where gym is. So if on these 2 days they were in gym, on this 2 days they're in lab. So that's how everything works. I wanted to just take this time to explain to folks how the schedule worked. It's clear that parents didn't have a good picture of this in their head, so I hope this little video helps. As always, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. I apologize for this quick transition into remote learning. Trust me when I say it's nothing I wanted as the principal or nothing any of the teachers could have possibly wanted. We were all very much looking forward to having kids back in school today. But say la vie, we'll make the best of it. This should be a much more interesting and engaging form of remote learning than we were able to do last year. And as always, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye-bye.